Hello everybody. Ali Sievewright here, coming to you from my dining room table with all my beautiful gems. I've just come back from Sedona, so my space is filled with the most magical tools, spiritual tools, and I wanted to bring this broadcast to you today because people are always asking me about what I'm doing, and they're asking me about how they can utilize these different tools to help their mind, body, and spirit connect. And specifically, there's a fascination with chakras, the chakra system. Give me a 1 if you're familiar with the chakras, or if you've worked with the chakras, or if you love working with the chakras. Give me a 1, and give me a 2 if you're just interested. If you're kind of like, oh, you've heard about it, but you have no idea what in the world Allison is talking about. Give me a 2, that's okay. When I first learned about this 20 years ago, there weren't many people talking about it here in the United States. Now, this is something that has been a part of culture for thousands and thousands of years in different cultures all throughout the world. But here in the United States, we didn't know as much about it unless maybe you were a yogi or you were a healer. And so when I first started, I was like, what is all this about? And I was super skeptical. But because I've been practicing energy medicine for 20 years now, and I am lucky enough to see transformations on a daily basis with the people that I work with, I know that this stuff may seem a little bit funky, but it is really, really powerful and very, very transformative. So many of you know, if you've been following me on Facebook, that we just got back from Sedona, which is really one of the meccas, if you will, for energy. There are areas, really the entire Sedona area, and I think a lot of Arizona, actually. I can feel it even outside of Sedona, but especially Sedona. It's kind of like if you think of a hurricane and the energy is out here, then as you get into Sedona, it gets tighter and tighter and more intense. And so one of the things that I did when we were out there was to take a lot of your intentions to the vortexes and power them up with prayer and intention, and utilizing crystals and Reiki energy. And so many of you were asking me questions and are often asking me questions specifically about the chakras. So we're gonna just kind of do like a basic lesson here today on Facebook, and I can connect with you outside of Facebook, if you want to dive a little bit deeper and get into this, and actually drop me some hearts if you'd like to go a little bit deeper. If you'd like to kind of explore each of the energy centers in a little bit of a deeper, more expansive way for healing. Drop me a heart down below so that I know, and then we can connect. Okay, so before we dive into that, I just wanted to share with you what I got here in Sedona. Give me a 3 down below if you smudge, or if you've ever done any kind of smudging or clearing of your house or of your energy. Smudging rituals really, it's kind of like washing your hands, after you go to the bathroom. You're cleaning, you're cleansing. They're really about removing any negative energy and just kind of clearing the space. So if you've ever been with somebody and maybe had kind of a not such a great interaction with somebody, maybe you had an argument and you just kind of feel like, your energy is depleted and that negativity is really kind of dense, and it's in your space. This is where, you would cleanse. People smudge on a daily basis to just get rid of anything that they have picked up along the way from the outside. They may smudge when they come in. I smudge after I've seen clients. So I came from my office and did, a little bit of a smudging just to kind of remove, and then also before, so that I'm not coming in to this session with any of my own energy, right? So when we were there, I was thinking how I needed a new smudge fan because mine, over time has worn down. And so I was really kind of hemming and hawing, you know, about what do I want to get. And there's all these beautiful fans, but one really stuck out to me. And it was a whole set. So I don't know if you guys can see this at all. It was a whole set, and it actually had the bowl here where you're gonna put your sage. I like to use Palo Santo from Peru, and also some sweetgrass just to add some sweetness, because we don't want to just clear the energy. We want to infuse sweetness into the energy field as well. And this really struck me because, you know, you just kind of, it's like a stand. And but then I left Sedona and I didn't think anything of it and I didn't get it. But my amazing, wonderful husband surprised me the next morning, and I woke up and he had this sitting out there for me. And so I learned a little bit more about it. These are turkey feathers and ostrich feathers and dyed rabbit's fur. And these are rose aura quartz, which is so spectacular. I don't know if you can see that. I'll pull the thing off in just a second. So I'm just gonna do a quick little smudge because when I was in Sedona, I brought back many crystals. I brought back like little bags for people who were looking to just kind of get a little bit of a starter kit in terms of crystals for chakras. And they're travel bags, which is really useful because, you know, I've got all kinds of gorgeous, huge pieces, and I love my pieces to charge up my home. But when I'm out and about, if I'm just feeling like I need a little bit of grounding, or I need some support, you know, with communication or whatever it may be, you know, to be able to basically pull out a little stone, to be able to really have that to power up whatever my intention is or whatever it is that I'm trying to do, can be really useful. So I decided to kind of go throughout Sedona and collect the best of the stones for each chakra that I connected with and I thought that people would connect with. And luckily I bought extras because I only have 2 left. My phone has been kind of blowing up with people wanting these because it's just a little taste of the magic of Sedona. But it's just very useful in supporting people. So what I did with the stones is I charged them up in the vortex. I cleansed them when I was there, and then I just put Reiki intentions on the stones out in the sun there. But then I brought them home and I've already smudged them, but I'm just kind of showing you what I'm doing here. Because, you know, people are picking up stones and you don't want their energy to be on your stones. And so we're just doing a quick little clearing here, just to kind of show you what this looks like. But you can cleanse your stones in water, you can cleanse them in salt, you can put them in the earth, kind of bury them in the dirt. And then you also can charge them up in the sun, in the moon, and also using selenite, which is a really powerful stone. So I'm just gonna pull this off here and drop your name down below if you're excited to get your stones. So I also picked up some other pieces here that I just had to have. I had no idea what I was gonna do with them, but I had to have them. This one's carnelian. And this one is really, really special. This is 2nd chakra. So just a little bit about the chakras actually before I dive into stones. They are the chakra energy centers throughout the body, and we're all energy. And so if you think of them as kind of spinning vortexes in different places in the body, there are actually hundreds of chakras, but most people are familiar with the 7. And each of them has basically energetic information about your physical body, your emotional body, your spiritual body, you know, kind of if you think of mind, body, and spirit. And there are issues in each of the chakras, kind of like talking points. They're really, really useful for healing, to just kind of go in there and see what's going on. Those can get blocked up by different experiences that we have, different belief systems that we've been holding on to from our experiences, or maybe even just belief systems that have been passed down to us. They can get kind of clogged up, if you think of it like that. Sort of, I like to think of it sort of like if you threw something down the toilet, you know, the pipes would get clogged up and the water wouldn't be flowing. And so it would become stagnant in that area and cause an issue, obviously. And so when there is stagnant or blocked energy or resistance in a certain one of the chakras, we can see different issues present themselves either physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. And so it's just sort of a way for us to go in and kind of take a look at what's going on and see if we can discover, you know, where the blockage came from. That's a lot of the work that I do with my clients. You know, where did it come from? And then give you just some gentle guidance as to maybe what you can do to kind of push through that or clear that. And so a lot of people like to use many different methods, but stones are a very popular method to basically help support the healing and the opening of the different chakras. So let's start with, I'm just going to open one of the bags here. And like I said, most of these are claimed, but not all of them. So, all righty. Okay, so let's see. Can you guys see these? Can you see that? So this one is the first chakra that we're going to work with, and this is obsidian. And first chakra issues, you know, obsidian is really good for grounding. It's a very protective stone. It helps to clear negative energy, and it helps to release anxiety or fear. It also, obsidian and first chakra stones in general are very good at helping you to feel safe and secure in your surroundings and in your body. So, really, really good if you're in your head a lot and you've got a lot of thoughts swirling around in your head and, you know, maybe you have a hard time slowing down. A grounding stone is going to be really good for you. And I love this obsidian. So smooth and feels really good. And again, if I'm out and about and I have a travel set, if I'm out and about and I'm just feeling, you know, anxious, or I'm walking into a situation that's making me feel maybe unsafe, or fear is coming up, or maybe there's some negativity around me, just reaching into my pocket and holding on to that obsidian to really kind of give me that grounding that I'm looking for and help me to feel safe and release some of that fear, okay? So that's obsidian. Then our second chakra is carnelian. Very, very powerful stone for the second chakra. I showed you one of the bigger ones that I had gotten. I actually bought a bunch of carnelian. I was just on a carnelian kick while we were there because it was actually calling to all of us. Really, really magnificent. But the second chakra is really, it's for increasing our creativity. It is to help with emotional support and healing. Really good to help release any guilt that we hold in that second chakra. It's also very powerful for harnessing sexual or sensual energy and really kind of lighting up that pelvis for women, hormones, hormonal balance. And that feminine energy too. So carnelian's super powerful. The third chakra, I was also on a citrine kick. Absolutely loving the citrine, which is this really like the sunstone. It reminds me of just joy. It reminds me of the sun. It's this really pretty yellow. Very, very powerful for the third chakra, which is also known as the solar plexus, and is really where your personal power is. It's your ability to manifest is really in that third chakra. Third chakra is also helping us to let go of control, the feeling that we need to control things or that we need to be in power, really helping us to release that. And third chakra is also very good at helping us to connect with our passion, our career path, our calling in life. So very powerful manifesting stone. Again, you can throw this under your pillow, you can hold on to it, you can keep it, by you and just kind of connect with it. But I love that citrine. And then the fourth chakra is the heart, rose quartz. A lot of people are familiar with rose quartz. And that's that beautiful pink stone. Green stones are also good for the heart, but the rose quartz really reminds us to stay in our heart. And with self-love, it helps us with acceptance. It helps us to come into this world with a place of gratitude. And rose quartz is also very powerful for forgiveness, releasing resentment toward others, and also releasing judgment, not only judgment on other people, but judgment for ourselves. So if you're finding yourself, just being hard on yourself, kind of going to that place, that inner voice, rose quartz is very, very helpful for that. And of course, helpful in healing wounds of the heart, all wounds of the heart. So the heart is really kind of the center between the base, the first chakra, and the top, the crown chakra. And so it really kind of holds everything together. And so when the heart needs healing, I believe when the heart needs healing, everything else is affected in some way. And so it's very, very powerful to do chakra work in the heart. Okay. And then we go up to the throat chakra. Blue chalcedony is one of my absolute favorites. I was so excited to see this in this small little tumbler form, in this polished form. But blue chalcedony is wonderful for communication, for setting those healthy boundaries, for really speaking your truth, not just storing it inside, because when we store it inside, then our body will let us know that we have stored it inside, maybe in physical or emotional symptoms. So really speaking your truth, clarity, it helps to remove any past lies or deception or issues with trust. And so, if you're going to give a talk, or if you have to have a hard conversation with somebody and you're just not sure how you're going to say it, a practice of mine is I always ask for guidance, and I always ask for time, place, and words. And then I use the blue, or I wear blue, or maybe I'm wearing a piece of turquoise or something to help support that intention, asking for time, place, and words. And when you do that, it's really kind of cool how, if you go to say what it is that you want to say and then you're interrupted, that means it's not the time, it's not the place. And so Spirit will always guide you, and that's a great way of anchoring you into that guidance. And then we have amethyst. Give me some hearts if you love amethyst. This amethyst, very popular stone. It's probably one of the first stones I ever worked with. But amethyst is really good for the third eye. Third eye is our sixth chakra. And this is where our intuition comes in, our inner knowing, our inner guidance, our ability to visualize, our ability to dream, and really power up what it is that we want, to use our imagination. Wonderful stone for meditation, and for just kind of bringing different situations and synchronicities into your life to guide you on the path. And so this is just a really, really nice one, especially if, you're kind of out and about and, again, you need a way to strengthen your intuition. Great. Awesome, guys. Because sometimes you get kind of that feeling like, I'm not loving where I am right now. I'm not whatever it may be. It's just going to help you to connect more with your inner knowing and trust in your inner knowing. And last but not least, the clear quartz, which is considered the master healer. Really good actually for all of the chakras, and really just good as a general stone to help you power up whatever your intentions are. It's very, very powerful stone. Helps to connect with you with spirit and with your creator, with your divine guidance, and really helps your soul get on the right path. It's a beautiful, beautiful stone, and it magnifies the energies of all the other stones. So these are my little sets. Like I said, I have 2 of these guys left. They're $28 in tax, and super useful and convenient. And I'm going to just kind of pan in here on a few of my other favorites real quickly. Loving pyrite lately, really good for abundance and success, really grounding. Pyrite is known as fool's gold because when it was first discovered, as you can see, it looked like gold, right? And we've got the rainbow aura quartz here, which is so super special. And then that's a piece for my house. Then I bought this for healing. These are all for healing with my clients, and some of them people are purchasing. Like I said, I've got a few extra carnelians and labradorite. This is an extra labradorite that I grabbed because, hold on, I gotta show it to you in the light here. I love this one. Labradorite is one of my absolute favorite stones. Good really for all of the chakras. And sometimes it's in green, sometimes it's in blue, but I love how it looks like a fish. It looks like the gills of a fish. So anyway, these are just a few that I brought home. Tiger eye, love my tiger eye for third chakra. And that's what I've got for you today. So that's what I've got going on. If you did order a stone, the bag, I came up with just some little description of each one and kind of how to use it and everything like that. So make sure to get in touch so I can get you your bag or send it out to you. And you know, as always, share this out with anybody who you think would find this interesting. I know I am absolutely loving working with my clients in person and distance healing using these crystals. So there's definitely lots of ways that I can help you and teach you more about this. I could probably go on and on about it all day, but I won't bore you all. But always nice to see you guys, and I will catch up with you soon.